We are in Iowa, and we're doing a family turkey hunt. I've never seen Spurs that big.
That's probably a 4 or 5 year old bird.
Cool.
You mature turkey killer. My wife is getting the kids ready for bed right now, and I'm out on the roost. I'm out above a big drop-off you can see behind me. There's a bottom below me, and I'm on a big limestone cliff, and I'm gonna try to roost these birds and put them to bed real quick here. So let's see what I can come up with. Hopefully the weather's horrible. We drove 24 hours, well not 24, 17 hours straight through, all through the night to get here. We got in early this morning with plans to hunt, but it was raining sideways, windy, crappy conditions all day long. So we axed the hunt for today. We got some rest, and we're gonna get at it hard in the morning, but I'm gonna try to put some birds to bed right now, and hopefully we can bring you some turkey action family style. So let's see what we got. That's not good. I know that there's birds here. We watched a couple of hens earlier today working the valley below me here. The weather's horrible. It's cold. It's like 38 degrees, and it's been raining and windy all day. These birds are not talking. We went for a ride, and I was able to actually get some birds on camera that were strutting in a field with a whole bunch of hens. They weren't talking at all. They were just strutting. I'm not real worried about there being birds here because I know there's birds here. We're on the family farm here in Iowa. So this is our setup. Hopefully the birds react well to the decoy and they come right in. We couldn't get any birds roosted last night, so we decided to go in blind and play it by ear. We're set up in a blind and got the decoys out front, got the breeding pair out front, so we're gonna see what happens. Birds should be, they've been roosting off to our right, and flying down into this open spot where the blind overlooks. So we chose this because we don't have anything else to go on this morning. So you ready?
Yeah.
Let's get your first Eastern turkey, huh? It's amazing to me too how many different bird sounds there are when you get back in the Midwest. The deer are happy it's spring. Lots of nice green grass. He's close. He's close. Just like that, they scatter and are out of our lives.
Turkeys are gobbling a little bit. Deer ran off.
It's fun to watch, listen to the woods wake up.
The road ahead, it twists and turns, and the sun beats down and it burns. But I keep on pushing through. And every step quicker than the last, my feet tread down this beaten path, and I keep on pushing through.
We're set, we're ready to go. We got the breeding pair out, and we're gonna get set up here. We can see quite a ways from both directions, which is good for us. And so we're gonna get set up, and we're just gonna hunker down and wait. These birds have been using this field. We got some local intel. My brother actually told me decoys are about 20 yards from the blind, and we're gonna settle in for the rest of the afternoon if we have to. We're not used to hunting this way, are we?
No. A little bit boring.
Yeah, it's a little different than hunting out west where you can ramble all over the landscape. It's kind of cool because we're here with family. You and I don't get to hunt together very often anymore with the kids. That's Earl and Dorothy. It'll all be worth it when they come out. We'll come running over to kick his butt.
Yeah.
Well, that's the first turkey we've actually seen, laid eyes on. Where there's hens, there's gobblers. It's just a waiting game now. Got the ex-lady this morning. They're not really gobbling too much, but that's kind of been my experience with eastern birds, is they don't necessarily gobble a ton once they get off the roost. They can be pretty quiet. You know, you get spoiled hunting in the west, hunting Miriam's birds or Rios that gobble all the time like crazy. But we got lots of time, got several days left. That makes 5 turkeys we've seen today. You look at turkeys and you think, how in the world was that almost our national bird?
Gotta have breakfast after a hard morning of turkey hunting. We got out hens this morning, but we're gonna eat something and go right back out and get after it.
All right, we're headed back down to a different spot. This is a pretty small property that we're on, and so we're kind of limited to sitting and setting up the decoys and sitting and waiting. So that's the plan. You ready, babe?
Yep.
Yeah, we got a pair of hens that just came back in the field. There's definitely lots of birds around. We just need gobblers. So you can see we're shooting 12 gauge, 3 inches. This is the Federal Premium 3rd degree loads. It's an 1 3/4 ounce mix of 5s and 6s, which are the Flight Stopper lead, and 7s, and the 7s are TSS. And because we're in Iowa, and the smallest shot size you can shoot legally in Iowa is 7s. I checked on the regs before we came. We got the 3rd degrees because we are legal in Iowa. So I had last week in Wyoming, I was shooting the heavyweight TSS 8x10s. And they're hammers, absolute hammers of loads. I could not believe how effective that they were. And we shot TSS 9s last year, and I thought those were awesome. But that 8x10 load that Federal Premium came up with is off the charts good. So, I mean, if you're looking for turkey loads, make sure you're shooting what's legal in your state. That's what we're doing right here. And you need to be shooting Federal Premium TSS loads, whether it's the 3rd degree or whether it's straight up TSS. It will change the way you think about turkey ammo. It is devastating stuff. Right bird will show up eventually. We had the hen over there off Grace's left shoulder, and shortly after she was out feeding, we heard a gobbler up in the woods. It's hard being in these blinds because while it's comfortable, it's hard you can't tell necessarily where the bird is unless you can see them. The sound, you can't tell which direction it's coming from. But you know, we're used to being able to run around and chase a gobble, go after them, and we can't really do that here because we're on a fairly small acreage. So we've got to stay pretty much where the birds have been hanging out. And we're in them. I mean, this is where the birds are, this is where they want to be. So we just got to be patient. And it's, every hunt brings its own challenges. And a lot of times patience is one of those things that gets hard to do, especially in our modern world, because we're not used to waiting for things. Well, Grace couldn't take it anymore. No, that's not quite true. She wanted to go check on the kids, and because it's like nap time. I get to sit in the comfy chair for a little while. You got to adjust your tactics. You know, out west, we run and gun. That's the way I like to hunt. There's a gobbler right there. There's a gobbler. Sure, that's the bird we've heard gobble a couple times. But he's not the only gobbler in the valley, so. Yeah, when he first came in the field, he was close to being in range, but I wasn't ready. I didn't have the camera on. I was busy recording a vlog on my phone. Real smart. He's breeding her. He was just breeding that hen. There's another hen out there with him. But he is in love. And we're gonna just watch and see. Maybe he feeds back this way or she feeds back this way. Grace literally just left the blind. She couldn't have been gone 30 seconds.
And then I snuck back down here. Of course, you tell me as soon as I get in the blind, there's a gobbler over there. But he's way across the field.
He was way down there. He stepped out literally right there on the edge of the plowed up stuff. Just not quite close enough. We've sat in the blind from 5 a.m. this morning until 5 p.m. with a little break for breakfast. We've seen nine turkeys, 1 gobbler. We're gonna head over to the other end, far property line, and check out a spot below some roost trees for the morning.
So we've been out like from daylight until, well, it's almost, got about 40 minutes before dark. And it has been a super long day. We've been chasing turkeys like crazy. And I'm just, man, I don't know. It's pretty, what the hell was that? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Holy it's, oh my gosh, what is that? All right, so we have a plan. We have the man with the plan ready to go. Got the pro guide out here with us this afternoon, my little brother. And we're gonna go see if we can do something different. Scotty knows everything, so we're gonna go load up and get after it. We'll see you later.
We'll do that 100 times before we get a gobble. He ain't that far. He's coming. He's coming.
You think so?
Yeah.
All right, let's get set up. You got further away.
All right, so the first place we tried to call, we got a response. So we are smoking down through the woods to get to him, hopefully before a hen does. I tell you, my brother's like magic. Dude shows up, freaking first call series. Part of it is he's got permission to hunt all the surrounding properties. I don't. So we're able to take off. We're gonna be able to take off and go where we need to go. Chase these birds. The turkey guru showed up and we've been on 2 birds. Haven't got either one to finish, so it's been about the same thing that we've been doing. Anyway, fun stuff. Alright, so we're back at it, different spot. We just worked a couple of birds on the other side of the river. And we drove way around because they kind of moved up this way. So we drove way around with the Polaris. And we're sneaking up in here to a big field. And we're going to sit up for a while. Keep our fingers crossed.
I said, Grace, give me the gun because I think I can get a crack. I had a little hole about that big, and I didn't even expect him to flop, and I shot, and he just... Whew.
I got the birds coming in on camera.
Well, they came out here, saw Todd with the camera, spooked, went back behind us, and I took the gun from Grace and took a poke through the brush, and luckily made a good shot with it.
Pretty good distance too, wasn't it?
Well, 70 yards.
We've had amazing luck with the Federal Premium TSS. You were shooting a 3rd degree.
Yeah, it didn't work out the way we wanted it to, but we'll get Grace one of them.
Hey man, a bird in the hand, right?
That's right.
It's awesome. Cool. Well, let's go get some roosted for tomorrow morning.
Good morning, guys. We were back at it this morning, did a bunch of listening, and there are birds gobbling all over the place. We walked into the first place, and there was a big strutter, a bunch of hens, and they picked us off walking in. So we're just making our way around, and we're actually on a little piece of public. The bird we killed yesterday was on a piece of public. So anyway, just the name of the game, and we're going to keep covering ground and stay after it. So.
Hey guys, liking what you see? For more great content, especially turkey hunting, check out my recommendations down in the description. Yes! Nice shot! Happy birthday, baby! Oh, yeah. Go get your bird. Birthday girl with the bird.
Well, he came in fast, but he decided to turn around, so I didn't let him get away.
Well, that last time he gobbled, I'm like, he's close. And then I looked up and I could see his fan on top of the hill. Okay. And I was like, all right, it's go time. Look at those hooks! Look at those hooks! Dude, look at those hooks! Scotty got us back in here and bird gobbled over the hill and he's like, ah, we should set up. He was pretty close. We got tucked in really good. He came in, he plowed him. It was awesome. Yes!
I've only shot maybe 4 or 5 birds ever with hooks like that.
I've never seen a Spurs that big.
That's probably a 4 or 5 year old bird.
Cool.
You mature turkey killer. Yeah, so I was wrong. This isn't public land. It's private land, but it's enrolled in a public lands hunting program.
Please remember the date.
Cinco de Grace.